I don't know how you win MVP and you fail more than you made baskets. What's good, y'all? Welcome to Smooth Perspectives. I'm your host, Smooth, and this is what we keep real about everything happening in sports. Real opinions, no filter. Let's do it. All right, y'all. It's your boy, Smooth, man. And today, we will be talking about a topic, man, that I feel like needs to be talked about. Because everybody's saying, well, a couple people, really OKC fans for real, been saying SGA deserves MVP, this and that, this and that, this and that. Okay, fine, whatever. No, he doesn't, right? Okay. But today I will be comparing him actually to Curry, which is, not really talked about for real. So I know it's gonna be different. Maybe some of y'all will say that they don't deserve to be compared or something like that. But I feel like Curry's MVP season and SGA's MVP season are in two different, basketball eras. So we will be comparing those today just to see what basketball has come to now, because it's not even fun to watch anymore. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's first start off with Curry, his MVP season. I mean, averaging 30.1 points per game. 30.1 points per game. That's great. That's Curry you know what I mean? He had 5.1 what is it? What the thing called? What them things called? Free throw attempts. There we go. He had 5.1 free throw attempts a game, and he made 4.6 of them a game on average, So that's kind of crazy to me, because if you look at SGA's, we'll get into that later. It's kind of, but he only averaged 15.3% of free throws per game. That is crazy compared to Mr. SGA, right? So if we go over to Mr. SGA or whatever his name is, then he is averaging 31.1 points per game. Cool. I'm pretty sure it's more than Curry, right? 9, not 5. I almost said 5. 9 free throw attempts a game. That is crazy. 9 free throw attempts. 9. That's not MVP. That's not MVP worthy. You know what I mean? You going to the free throw line at least 9 times a game. That's kind of crazy to me. 25.4% of his points. 25.4% of his points comes from free throws. 25.4, a quarter of his points is free throws. That's next level. And I feel like that doesn't really deserve an MVP, because if you really look at it, right, I'm just thinking bro really has to go to the free throw line to put up the points he's putting. Curry did not have to do that. You know what I mean? So the amount of points he would have without the free throws, I'm pretty sure he would have, I think it was 23.2 I'm pretty sure, if I'm not tripping. I think it is that. It was something around there. But I don't think that's really MVP worthy. You know what I mean? I can go do that, bro. Just draw a foul, just go, and then right when they just fake them out, when they jump, just jump and run into them. Whatever you do, jump into them. You feel what I'm saying? I don't feel like that's really a MVP type of stand in the NBA. And I know that's really the new normal nowadays, in my opinion, because of SGA. I think SGA is the whole reason that we're just drawing fouls left to right now. I swear, you can't even play the game anymore. It's always drawing fouls, this and that. That's all they do, just fall and draw fouls. It's not even fun to watch anymore. Back then, let me not say back then, that wasn't too long ago, but a couple years ago, they wasn't really doing that. You know what I mean? It was actually a game. They were actually shooting 2-pointers, 3-pointers, and the half-court shots. It was actually exciting to watch. It was something to look forward to in your day. I always used to look forward to watching Curry late at night. You know what I mean? Hitting threes from deep, on some Michael Jordan type of stuff. I can't even say on some Michael Jordan, because that's really Curry I think Curry the best shooter of all time. I'm not wrong, so ain't no correcting me in that. You know what I mean? That's just a fact. But yeah, I just feel like SGA season just does not give off MVP. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, he had a great season. I think he had a great season. You know what I mean? I'm not finna completely just take it away from him. He had a great season, but when it's just two MVPs back to back and his like points on average and all that doesn't even compare to a Steph Curry MVP season, I feel like it's kind of just throws me off. Like it doesn't have to compare to Curry's, but you know, you just look at the old MVPs and stuff, and it was just much more to look forward to. They wasn't always drawing fouls and always falling, and then, you know, and let's not mention the refs. Oh my God. I swear, the refs with OKC is like the refs with the Kansas City Chiefs, but worse. Literally. So I feel like that too, if the refs were not always on their side, I honestly feel like they would not have made it this far. You know what I mean? I don't even think they would have made it to you know, a game 7 with what's their name? The Spurs and Wemby. I don't think they would have. You know what I mean? Like that Spurs team overpowered. That Spurs team is crazy. But you know, I feel like I know there was one game for a fact. I remember the game. I think it was game 5. I'm pretty sure it was game 5. Yes, it was game 5. Game 5 they played at OKC. The refs were, oh my God, the refs were they were all over OKC that game. It was like the craziest thing I've ever watched. Like the calls OKC was getting and the things they were getting away with were just crazy. And I'm just like, bro, like this has been happening the whole season. Somebody has to stop it. You know what I mean? Somebody has to stop all the flopping. The NBA, they have to have some type of conversation. Like, for example, when SGA does this all the time where he will fake somebody out and then right when they jump to try to block the shot, he'll jump into him. It don't matter how far, he gonna jump into him to draw the foul. I feel like this, like it really gets to a point. It should be illegal now because that's just all the NBA has come to. Like we just base this off of, like it feels like it's based off of how many free throws per game, bro. Because like that's just the only thing I see. Every single time I look at the TV, I see somebody at the line. And every time I see OKC playing, I see SGA at the line. So I just feel like it really does not compare at all. And let's talk about, you know, the crazy things Curry accomplished his MVP season, right? He led the team in scoring. Cool. You know, SGA probably did the same thing. He shot over 45% from 3. That's crazy. Like, that is crazy. That's not normal. You know what I mean? Like, that's not something you would just go do. You know what I mean? He made an NBA record of 402 threes. SGA's not doing that. SGA, he might make an NBA record for how many times he goes to the line. That might be it. But he not making no NBA record off no threes, off none of that. He gonna make an NBA record just based off the line. You feel me? Let's see what else. He won MVP unanimously. Like, that is crazy. SGA didn't do that in neither season. He did not do that. You know what I mean? Like that's not easy to do. You know what I mean? Like having everybody vote for you, that's crazy. Like that's not something that happens all the time. Let's see what else. He led the Warriors to a 73-9 record. Who do you know did that? Other than Curry. Who do you know did that? Your mind blank too. I don't know. You feel me? Like that ain't normal. That's crazy. Like 73-9. You lost 9 games the whole season. That is crazy. How many games they played? That means they played 83. Is my math wrong? My math probably wrong. 82? 82. That means they played 82 games and only lost 9. Like, I should have got the percent of that. Like, that's crazy. Let's see. Teams trapped Curry 30 feet away from the basket. SGA ain't getting that type of treatment. SGA's not getting it. Defenses were literally built around Curry. They were built around Curry because they could not stop Curry. SGA's not getting that treatment. You can stop, not Curry. You can stop SGA. For example, Stephon Castle. I think Stephon Castle, if Stephon Castle is on SGA, SGA is not making a play. Like, Stephon Castle had bro on lock the whole series. I mean, the whole series. Like, it was crazy. Every single time Stephon Castle was on SGA, I'm like, oh yeah, ain't nothing to worry about. You know, he ain't scoring nothing. You feel me? Let's see what else. He still produced elite numbers without relying heavily on foul calls. I think that is the biggest takeaway. The biggest takeaway. Because SGA relies on fouls. He relies on fouls. That's all he do. That's all he does is go to the line. Every single time. Every single time he shoots the ball, you're gonna see him on the floor. Like, bro needs a 7-on-7 compression helmet or something. You feel what I'm saying? A padded helmet. So he won't get CTE. Because that's all he does, just fall. Now, I'm not completely bashing on him or nothing like that. I say he's a great player. But, bro, it gets to a point with all the falling and all that, bro. Like, I don't know how you win MVP and you fail more than you made baskets. Like, what? You fail more than you made baskets. Like, you're at the line more than you make baskets. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you stay at the line, bro. That is your home. That is literally your home. Like, it's to the point where you can't even lay a finger on SGA. If you lay a finger on SGA, it's going to be called a foul. Whether he falls or not, that's just the refs. That's just the refs. Just like they are with the Kansas City Chiefs. If you lay a finger on SGA, a finger is going to be a foul. It's so sickening. Like, I'm so tired of it. Like, you can't even play basketball no more. You can't even be physical anymore. It's just like all the physicalness in the sport has just came to an end thanks to SGA. Feel what I'm saying? You can't say I'm wrong, man. That's just, it's really tiring. It's sickening for real. But, you know, I just feel like SGA has just, he's ruined basketball. Like, it's like basketball is not even the same. The OKC organization ruined basketball. You know what I mean? And they'll get on the Spurs saying, oh, the Spurs was flopping too in game 7, this and that. Man, I'm not gonna lie, the Spurs was just using y'all moves against y'all. And that was the problem. You see, the OKC fans, they was all mad saying that Wemby was flopping the whole time. The Spurs team was flopping, whatever, man. They was just using what y'all do against y'all, and y'all see that it worked. Okay, why be mad? You feel what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that, you know, teams should really do that. I think that it should be handled like somehow, some way, not completely handled. You know what I mean? That's probably going to be impossible. I mean, fouls are fouls, stuff like that. But I feel like it gets to a point on how much it happens, how often it happens. You know what I mean? But yeah, we can talk about SGA too, because SGA has had some really good accomplishments and awards and stuff like that. But thanks to free throws. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Like, it's really thanks to free throws for real. Like, that's all SGA really, you know, does. But you could sit up here and say him and Michael Jordan are the only two guards averaging 30 points per game on the 50% plus shooting for 4 seasons. Whatever. All that. Right. Whatever. You can't say that. Great. That's a great accomplishment. I'm not taking that away from. That's a great accomplishment. But let's talk about how many of those points are free throws every single game. You know what I mean? Like, it's really sickening. And I'm really getting tired of seeing SGA flop to the point where it's making me not even want to watch basketball anymore. Like, I really don't even want to watch basketball anymore. And any team that OKC goes against, I swear I root for them now, because it's just like they took away the fun in basketball. You know what I mean? They just stay flopping. They stay on the ground. The refs stay on their side. It is the most annoying thing on this earth. But yeah, man, that's really all I had to say, man. If I missed any points, man, let me know. I promise you, I'll hop right back on here and create a whole nother video on the same exact topic, man. Because y'all let me know if I'm tripping. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I can pop up so many clips where it's just SGA just falling. That's all he does. And then just looks for a foul. And when he don't get a foul, he gets mad. Oh, why? Why? Where's the foul? Bro, it's not a foul. Bro, you're just falling, literally. But yeah, man, that's it, man. Just stay tuned, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. We do more than just basketball. We talk about more than just basketball. We talk about any sport, y'all. You know, y'all want me to talk about any topic, just let me know, man. Yeah, it was good talking to y'all, man. And if I miss any points, please let me know. I promise you I'll hop right back on here. But yeah, see y'all next episode.